stretch the pigment. Do you see that little black dot? All of you see them? That's ochronosis. Here, that's ochronosis. Here, you see some black dots, that's ochronosis. So in the ochronosis area, I'm going to go with the higher power to go deeper. On the rest of the face, I will blend it just with lighter energy to correct some of the texture, pigmentation. So I'm going to do this ochronosis on the side. Do you see that? Clear. You see the dots? Melasma will not do that. Melasma will look like a patch.
It's more spotty.
Where is Baron? He's not here?
You want him in here?
Yeah, I want to show him the ochronosis.
Dr. Burrow is in.
Frank,
Yes, sir.
this is a classic case for you to identify different type of pigmentation. This is ochronosis. You see the dark patch
black
here?
dots?
Notice when I stretch it. You see the little dots?
Yes.
That's the ochronosis. A patch of pigmentation doesn't show that. Same thing, she had it here. She had it on the cheek, so.
So histologically, what's the difference between ochronosis and deep melasma as far as
The
the histology?
ochronosis, you will see clumps of, it's not clear melanin, it's complex of melanin and protein and degenerated collagen. So that you see clumps of what look like a foreign body substance, like tattoos.
Is it always
sitting
related to
in the skin.
hydroquinone use, or is it sometimes, you ever see it without hydroquinone use?
You may have effect of complex of hydroquinone, melanin, degeneration of collagen. So it look like a clump sitting in the wrong place, like a tattoo.
Does your laser affect it if you were to laser it?
This type of ochronosis is most likely superficial that will respond to the treatment. Sometimes ochronosis goes all the way down to the subcutaneous tissue, the fat. That's not treatable.
What about that too?
Tattoos would use lasers for tattoos.
So anybody know what the first sign of that we're looking for, that we're going to look for?
We are looking now straight just over two objectives: even painting to even blue and even frost creation. That's all what we're looking step by step.
Stick on this.
Then you check for the epidermal sliding and the pink rate.
So
One is just redness, right?
You want to see a pink undertone underneath an even blue, or with pink, and you're seeing it here. It's a very pink undertone.
Yeah. And you step two is a little bit of frosting.
Yeah, the thicker the frost is, it will start to hide the abnormality in the skin, but the thicker the frost indicate depth.
Right. And step three is the.
So far, I don't see any frost. So far, we have notice early frosting, which is indicates I'm still epidermal. Early frosting on the upper eyelids.
Where does the pigment come from?
I'm sorry?
Where does the green pigment come from? Is it functional or just dry colors?
Speak louder.
Oh, where does the green pigment come from? Is it functional or just
Where the pigment come from?
Mm-hmm.
Melanin.
And then there's this green in there, your blue colour.
You're talking about the dye.
And the peel.
I don't understand what
It's
you're
asking
saying.
where the green pigment comes from.
The origin
Oh,
of
the green pigment of the
Yes.
solution. That's methylene blue. It's very simple. That's a guide for you to know that you did an even application, because if you paint a colorless solution, you will not know which area you applied, which area you skipped.
So the TCA concentration approximately like 26%, is that right? No? The
What?
TCA concentration
Yes.
about 26%.
Below 30, between 25 to below 30. Because the caustic effect is more powerful to damage the skin at concentration higher than 30. So, notice it takes 2 minutes. I move from area to area, allowing the acid that I applied to be neutralized. Why she is resisting?
we're doing. We're increasing.
Moving her face.
It's just she's lightening. She's metabolizing some of the.
Dr. Obagi, do you want them all to be prepped with hydroquinone and tretinoin, or would 1% skin brightener be enough?
What?
Do you want them all to be prepped with hydroquinone and tretinoin?
Move to hydroquinone? What is that?
The
Preconditioning.
with
I,
hydroquinone.
if you have a chronosis, you still can use hydroquinone. But this is not allergy. It's a bad chemical reaction between hydroquinone and the sun, and long-term toxicity to the skin.
If you're doing a control depth peel for someone without a pigment problem,
Well, you can do it without. You're talking without the color blue.
preconditioning.
Preconditioning.
Preconditioning, you have
6
to
weeks
go
before.
aggressive.
is 1% skin brightener enough?
No.
You want hydroquinone
Yes,
and
I want
tretinoin?
hydroquinone to overcome and control the melanocyte activity
Okay.
before and after. Non-hydroquinone agents are good for maintenance. For certain conditions, it takes much longer to clear skin compared to hydroquinone. Got it?
So the superiority of the blue peel, of the controlled depth peel, is the blue color, and the blue color allows, because we've done studies on the depth of penetration and how it translates histologically. This color, how it translates histologically to the depth of the skin. So years ago, they histologically translated the depth of penetration of the acid and coagulation with the color that you're seeing here. So when you compare those two, it's more regimented. So if you compare this, for example, if I did the left side with the same concentration of TCA without the dye, so this is not a controlled depth peel, this is just a TCA peel, you won't get the visualization of where you are histologically.
No, without the base, the blue
Correct.
base, also you have to understand the blue base. One of the main functions of the blue base is the formulation to add a cofactor that's bind to the TCA and release it slowly to the skin. So the penetration and the frosting is much slower compared to plain TCA. Plain TCA, the moment you put it in the skin, it goes whoosh. So that speed of penetration, rapid penetration, does not allow you to watch dip sign.
Is that full frosting now?
Yes, frosting now, notice now, all of you. Epidermal sliding. See that? That's mean I'm in the papillary dermis here, frost like a sheet, and with pink.
So once you get to that
Here,
point, you just
I am
stop
having slow
going over
frosting.
that area, and it just self-neutralizes.
Here we have a slow frosting taking place because when she was conditioning, she was focusing on the front of her face, ignoring this area. So I have to penetrate, overcome stratum corneum, poor hydration here, so slowly, I'm trying to even the frost. Very nice teaching process to learn how important skin conditioning is.
Yeah, so it stops when you stop applying.
No, the depth. So, for example, he just finished the right side,
Yeah.
and then now for the next 2 minutes, you're going to have
The acid
continued
continuing its action.
protein denaturization, coagulation of the tissue. So that's why he's stopping there, because he's guiding.
Yeah, but it will self-stop. It doesn't discontinue.
It depends on the acidity, the causticity of the acid. I mean, it could go, if you have a caustic acid, it could penetrate deeply. But that's one of the reasons why we've titrated it to about below 30%, because you have some buffer in terms of time, in terms of getting to where you want to be. So it allows you to go to the next step in your care. So going stronger doesn't necessarily help.
Notice
you.
now how even the side here frost is becoming even. All epidermal sliding everywhere. See that? With frost with pink. That classic epidermal papillary dermis level.
IRD.
And you're also seeing some very early edema, and the edema is going to help us with the laser.
Would that be true for the erbium laser too?
I don't use erbium because it's too superficial and too much heat. CO2
We
is
like the
ideal.
fractional CO2 because it's fractional. It allows for healing a little quicker.
So fractional erbium, native erbium, would that have the
Very
same-
superficial. We tried it. It does not really serve the purpose. I cannot go deep into scar or overcome hard wrinkles and hard scar with the erbium.
Okay.
So notice your job is to create even color, even frost. See that? That's good. Again, you can see the areas that are poorly conditioned.
Right.
See that? Here.
She's probably right-handed. Left hand wasn't working so well.